Who does it appeal to?
I don't think I'm going to be like, hey, babe, let's go watch the Viagra.
Hey, want to go see the little blue pill?
I mean, are they taking like a comedy twist to it? If they're taking a comedy,
yeah, it could be.
It could be a comedy twist to it, to where it's like, you know, they're sort of, like you said earlier, like they're sort of making fun of men, not necessarily women making fun of men, but like men making fun of themselves because, yeah.
You think they'll do a soft launch?
Oh my God!
Your jokes are just so bad.
I can't.
They're just so bad, but they're so good all at the same time. Like I don't.
I bet they'll get a standing ovation.
Okay, good. Sandee's getting in on it. Good job, Sandee. I'm proud of you.
I know.
That's called
try.
growth.
I try. Oh, that's a growth in a bad way. Oh my goodness.
I wonder if they'll fill it up. You know, the theater.
Yeah.
Fill the theater up. That's what I was. Why do mine always cross the line? Why are you guys able to? You guys can live over here in this like middle of the road, and I just dunk it across the line. Sorry about that, folks. Wow. Oh, good gracious.
Good
Security
times.
video capture man slashing IHOP worker after alleged mask guess where?
New York. That's a calm, sweet place.
York. Connor.
So Grant says that it's fantastic.
safe
So yeah.
Well, we'll have to get Grant. I'm going to have to ask Grant about this one because this, you know, look, it's not a Waffle House, but it's pretty freaking close.
Very close.
Yeah.
I want to know.
That's not a very uplifting story. The other story was...
You already used your joke. And by the way, the person that wrote the article wrote that joke.
I know. Come on.
Oh, Zach, why do you have to steal his thunder,
I'm
man?
not stealing his
Radio-
thunder. I already gave him his thunder. He brought the thunder with the blue pill.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's yeah. Wow. I got to get into this here. The guy said he threatened to shoot up the place. Wow. You're listening to Home Heartbeat Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. Be like the blue pill and stick around. We'll be right back.
Preston. COVID-19 has now claimed 250,000 American lives, more than 1,800 people dying of the virus yesterday alone. Doctors and nurses like Paige Weiland working round the clock in places like Jamestown, North Dakota.
I actually had to help a person who had COVID that we were trying to help make a phone call to his wife because he was afraid he wasn't going to say goodbye to them or see them again. And that was about 3 days after losing my own grandfather.
ABC's Matt Gutman has traveled to hospitals across the country, including Oklahoma, where hospitals in the state capital down to the Texas border are overwhelmed.
And there's nowhere to send the overflow patients because every single hospital in the area from Oklahoma City to Wichita Falls to within 300 miles around has no other room for other patients. They are all jammed up as well.
There is more promising vaccine news this morning. Oxford University says the vaccine it's working on is as effective for older adults as it is for a younger demographic.
We think it's really important that the vaccines are available as soon as possible for those groups because they're at particular risk.
Oxford professor Andrew Pollard. President-elect Joe Biden says his team's response to the pandemic is being set back by weeks or even months because the transition cannot move forward.
As President Trump refuses to concede, more Republicans are now calling for him to grant Biden access to intelligence briefings.
The president is contesting the election, and I would urge him to give intel briefings to Joe Biden.
Staffers at the Health and Human Services Department have been ordered not to talk to Biden's team and to report any outreach that's been made until the General Services Administration officially determines who won the election.
ABC's Elizabeth Schulze. Georgia's election officials are releasing results of their hand count later today. They have been saying all along that the outcome is not expected to change. Biden won that state narrowly. You're listening to ABC News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Changing the world, one life at a time.
Well, I'm a Lyft driver, so I'm on the road a lot. It keeps me very focused, I notice. When you're on the road, you have to be aware of what's going on. It keeps me very much aware of everything. And I definitely think it helps energy-wise. It keeps me very consistent. I don't find myself going like one day's good, next day's bad. It balances everything out, like it says, balance of nature. It evens out everything where I don't get sick, and energy-wise, it's very much across the board. So I love it.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FRUITS.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it. I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money-back, that same money-back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah. How about if we made that wait even shorter? Now, with Sport Clips on Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come to your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be.
The Dale Jackson Show, weekday mornings only on WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. Do what? Okay. Connor, you know how I do with a teleprompter, man. You start talking to me and I just lose complete. What were you saying? My monitor's in the studio. Oh, well, that's not my control. That's old. Thank you. You got it? You got it there?
It's down.
You got it? Is it down now? Okay. Rock and roll. Remember when they said don't talk about yeah. Okay.
But now I can't hear you in my headphones. Sorry.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, it's coming in there, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Probably back on the studio. Let's go to the phones now that we've absolutely embarrassed ourselves. Let's go to Garth on line 1. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Is this our good friend Garth?
It is. Good morning, Zach.
Morning.
You doing okay?
How are you, sir? I'm good. This is Garth Laverne, national treasure, by the way. He's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend. Garth, bring it in here, buddy. What you got for us?
Man, I was just going to back you up, Zach, that you are indeed a guy not to be messed with, man. I just want to remind you of how we met. All right. Do you have a minute?
Yes, I'm terrified right now, but I've got all the time in the world.
Okay. All right. Day one, we meet at the home garden show, man. You know, you're super nice guy, super enthusiastic. You invite me on your podcast, and we did that. It was a ton of fun. Day two, we're there at the home garden show early in the morning, and I'm standing there talking to some other people, and then all of a sudden, somebody sneaks up behind me and gets me like in the Rambo hold, you know, before Rambo like drags you off and, you know, cuts your throat with a survival knife. And then you shook me around like a rag doll for like a few seconds, and then you drop me, and you're just like, and I turn around and look, and it's Zach.
Wow, that was a vivid imagery description there.
That's obviously before
yeah,
COVID.
Man, oh, yes. And it happened exactly that way. And see, I recognize that hole because that is the same hole that when I used to get thrown out of a lot of bars back in the day. It was the same one those guys used.
Well, there may be some tie to that, Garth. I actually did work as a bouncer in a bar in college, and so there's some tie there. I don't remember that story, but I'm glad you shared it, and I appreciate you, putting my man card out there, saying, "Hey, this guy's not one to be messed with." I like it.
Yeah, seriously, man. I mean, if you'd have had that survival knife, I would not be here talking to you now.
Garth, you know I couldn't hurt you, buddy.
I know, man. I know, but
it'd be like cutting trees in Yellowstone.
I got you, man. I just wanted to throw that in for everybody, man.
All right, appreciate you, Garth. Good talking to my good buddy Garth. Let's go to Dan on line 4. Dan, is today the day? Are we done? Are you free today? I mean, are you going to go back to cutting hair?
Yeah, I'm free, but I'm getting ready to leave the house. So, you know, a couple things. You piqued my interest with this Viagra. It's called Viagra play. It's the
Viagra the musical.
Viagra the musical about the little blue pill.
Well, you know how underneath musicals they always say fantastic, wonderful. I thought maybe the next one would be the erectifying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And let's get on to the Wayne County, Michigan stuff. I owe you three an apology and everybody listening to your audience. I am from Wayne County.
Oh.
And I'm not happy about it. I'm very disappointed. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. You know something, Zach, you're right, sir. You got to stand up for something like this, because if you don't, the first time you don't stand up and they threaten you and you get away with it, well, you're done. You're done. They got you. You got to stand up initially and fight for what you believe in, your freedom. You have to.
I had a question asked to me yesterday. I was talking to my business partner about everything that's going on, and we were just talking about Michigan and how, everything's going on. You being from there, he asked me a question. He said, what do you think the Patriots of Michigan are doing right now in an attempt to rectify the situation? Because in our state, if something like this were to happen, there would be widespread conversations about under the table and in quiet places about a plan to not allow this to stand. I don't know. I've never been to Michigan. So what are the good Patriots in Michigan doing right now in your estimation?
Well, my brother-in-law, he's of how I feel. I mean, he's very conservative and he loves his country. And he sees what he sees. And you got the governor's got another lockdown. She's locked it down for I'm not sure how long now, but she's done it again. So, I mean, this is ridiculous. What I think they're doing, I think they're talking amongst themselves, and they're trying to put a plan together that try to do a peaceful, to stand up for your rights kind of thing. I mean, I don't think there's going to, I hopefully it never gets violent, but my God, the other side, that's all they don't care that we're violent and we're going to push our will on you, and that's unacceptable. That you just can't do that. This is America, man. So, I feel bad about it when you said Wayne County. Well, my God, and I've been there. I've been there back in '68 when they had the riot, so I know exactly what's going on, So I apologize to everybody. I feel awful.
Well, we accept your apology. We accept your apology on behalf of Wayne County, but we also understand that you were smart enough to get out of there. So not much to apologize for. Enjoy, get through the surgery. Wish you well. Prayers are with you, buddy. And then when that's over, we'll let us know, and we'll get you in here. We'll get you in here to join us and have your retirement party.
Well, listen to you guys. Maybe I'll bring. I might make me a big pot of glumki and bring it in.
Of what?
You ever have it's Russian. It's stuffed cabbage.
No, I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want your glunky. I don't want your Russian cabbage. I just want you to come talking to a microphone. You can keep the cabbage. You can keep the Russian.
You got cookies?
I'll end up indicted for collusion. Okay, I can't have it. All right, I can't. I get impeached.
That may be what's wrong in Michigan. They've been eating stuffed cabbage.
Is that what that is?
Gotta be something like that.
All right, gentlemen. Hey, see you, ladies. Goodbye.
All right, Dan. We got Bob on line 5. Dan, thanks for the call as always. Let's go to Bob on line 5. Bob, bring it in here, big guy.
Hey, I was wondering if anybody remembered when Alabama changed from Democrat to Republican. Because I know. I just wondered if anybody else wants to know.
I particularly, personally don't care, but I'd love for you to share the information with us for sure, yeah. Or let me ask you.
Okay, what it was, Alabama used to be solid Democrat. I mean, the Republicans in the state couldn't hold their convention in a phone booth. Oh. And it was 1986. Charlie Graddick and Bill Baxley was running for the Democratic primary to be governor. And Bill Baxley had taken care of George Wallace while he was an invalid in his last term as governor. So the party owed him. But Charlie Graddick was a better man, in my opinion. And I worked for Charlie Graddick's campaign. And the state overwhelmingly voted for Charlie Graddick. Well, the state officials, the party heads, took it away from Charlie Graddick and gave it to Bill Baxley. They just negated the vote. So we've had a scandal with, the party muscling in over the will of the people here. The result was nobody ever wanted to be a Democrat again.
Well, from my understanding, the Democratic Party used to be different than what it is now. The
Blue Dog
it stood
Democrat
for a lot more. It stood for a whole lot more, and it wasn't as liberal as they are now. And I think that, this is just my personal opinion, but I feel like the Democratic Party has sort of lost its way and gone a little bit more liberal in their way of thinking.
That's not your opinion. That's just a stating fact there. You're absolutely spot on. You're dead right. I mean, it's not really they're calling it Democrat, but it's democratic socialism, which is an entirely different ballgame.
Exactly.
So let's go to a break. Bob, thanks for the call. I appreciate that insight. That's really cool. I was born in '87, so I was not around for Charlie Graddick's for his what do we call it?
This takeover.
Yeah, the takeover. There it is. So, Bob, thanks for the call. Thanks for all the 866-494-9866. We've still got time to talk. If you want to join us, we'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A treehouse.
Our dream home. Our cabin in the woods. A new golf course community. When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at purcelllumberandmillshop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
For up-to-the-minute news, log on to WVNN.com. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. We're so excited that you're joining us today. If you haven't yet, be sure to go by the website. We're giving away $250. All you got to do is register for the Bearded Bonanza at hometownheartbeat.com. That'd be www.thehometownheartbeat.com and register to win $250. Towels for MyPillow. You name it, we got it. We're giving it away. Go ahead.
Simple Helix, a proud sponsor of Boomer and the Beard. And if you are in need of IT help, if you've get ready and you go for work and you're working from home in the different situations and you can't log in, you have problems, and you need an IT person, but you don't want to pay the salaries, don't want to pay the benefits of that person, you can actually outsource to a company like Simple Helix or Microsoft Gold Partner. They can help manage your entire Microsoft environment. You can go pretty much from the keyboard to the cloud. It's a Tier 3 data center. They have their own cloud, so some people are concerned about putting stuff in the cloud. They don't know where that is. If you're a government contractor and you're wanting to know exactly where your data is and it's safe, Simple Helix is the place. A lot of government contractors are going through CMMC, which is a new cybersecurity certification that you have to go through. Simple Helix can help guide you through that process as well. 256-975-4758 is the number. 256-975-4758.
And promo code Boomers are Communists. If you call Simple Helix this week, You know, lunch with Boomer and I. How about that?
That'd be great.
How about that?
I'm all
We'll
out.
take you to lunch. Well, actually, I won't take you to lunch. I'll go to lunch. Boomer will take us to lunch, right, Boomer?
Right.
Okay, so 866-494-9866 if you want to join us on the Old 18 hotline, old18.com. That was a good segment. That was fun. A lot of phone calls there. Connor, you were very much biting, chomping at the bit to jump in there with Bob a little bit in tango.
Oh, not really. I was just trying to figure out where he was going.
Oh, Connor was over. Land the plane, Bob. Land the plane.
I was like, where did this whole tangent come
Well, that was my thought process. Was like, where did it? Now, when we got there, I was like, oh, he's just talking about voter fraud. Got it. But when he started, said, "Who wants to know when Alabama was Democratic?" Well, not me.
So I think it would have been right.
But yeah, but he worked on the man's campaign, so
That's true.
he knew more than we did. I love calls like that. I'm that guy that can sit around and listen to the stories. Yeah, I love hearing stories about times that are past, and I'm not. This isn't some old joke or whatever. I mean, I literally could sit and listen to veterans tell their stories and old time, just any old timer that's got a story. I don't care if it's about the high school state championship game in '67 or what. Like it's a different world. I mean, my family, my great grandmother, may she rest in peace, Big Mama. You guys have heard me talk about her on the show. She's about 4'6". Called her Big Mama because she was literally eight kids. My grandma has 8 brothers or 9 kids, 8 something like that, 7 or 8. Grew up in the Great Depression. Lived out of a tent in the middle of a field in Nitrate City, Alabama. And my all my uncles, that's right, my grandma's brothers and sisters are my uncles, right? Is that right?
Your
grand aunts. Okay, everybody was uncle in our family. So his Uncle Billy, and Uncle Billy just passed away. That was a tough one for me, and I mean, he was my hero growing up. I'll never forget. I was riding. Everybody knows them big old grass culverts that they used to have for water drainage and such.
Mhm.
I'd been watching too much X Games apparently, and thought I was going to drop like a granny bike down in one and ride it like a half pipe, and I just went straight over the handlebars and absolutely smoked my face straight into the ground. And Uncle Billy was the first one there, and he came over, and I'm crying. But boy, dry them eyes up. You ain't even bleeding. Of course, I was bleeding like crazy. But he's just a different breed of people. I mean, he gave up a full ride to play SEC football to work cotton fields with his family.
Wow.
They wore suit and tie to like their picture day was a 3-piece suit and a tie, and they didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. Like, it was just a different class of people than what we have today. Everybody, Boomer's an old soul. We give that, but I find myself. I mean, I don't even have friends that are my age. Most of my friends are well older than me because I just don't. I don't connect.
Because you put them in headlocks.
Yeah, apparently because I roughhouse them a little. Talk rough. Rough talk them.
Just hang at the home and garden show, and I tackled somebody.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but Garth is a man of unimpeachable character. So if he says so, then it happened. It doesn't sound like something that would surprise me that I did. Like, I didn't hear him say that and be like, nah, there's no way I did that. It was like, yeah, it probably happened. I just don't happen to remember it. But then again, that's the, result of many bad decisions.
Have you went fishing this week? Oh, you hadn't.
No, that's a fun fact. We talked about how I was working my way through some medication stuff and trying to clear some medications. And what's weird is it's not weird. I felt super clear. Like I felt some incredible like mental clarity that I haven't felt in a long time. That's great, but I'm a little tired at times. But honestly, like I've not had the inclination to go fishing this week. It's kind of weird.
It's a dangerous sport.
It's not that dangerous.
Man in Egypt nearly lost his life when the fish he had got stuck in his windpipe.
Wait.
Making it almost impossible for him to breathe.
Hold on a minute. Help me understand something.
Okay.
Are you talking about eating a fish that you caught, or you're
fishing? No,
he's
fishing.
Okay, so man in Egypt is fishing.
He's fishing.
And then as he's fishing,
he's caught one fish.
Mm-hmm. And somehow it ends up in his windpipe.
Another fish caught on another line. So the 40-year-old stuck the first fish
in
his mouth to hold it. She went for the other fish.
First of all, let me address some issues with this story. If I'm fishing in Egypt, is that what you said?
Yes.
If I'm fishing in Egypt and I catch a fish that's so small I can fit it in my mouth, I'm just gonna throw it back. I'm just gonna put it back in the. There's no. I've never caught a fish that I could just rest in my. Hey, hold on! I got another fish over here. Let me just hold this one in my mouth. Like there's not a fish. Like if it's that small, I'm throwing it back.
No.
What happened?
He had to have surgery.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Endoscopic surgery to actually get the fish out of his trachea.
Holy! Well, the fish didn't make it. PETA's pissed.
The fish was still alive. Yes, this fish, once they got it out, the fish was still alive.
I guess vomit has enough oxygen in it for fish to survive.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like when do you go? I caught one. Oh, I'm gonna catch two. Hold on.
Well, I caught one that's small enough I can fit it in my mouth. Throw it back.
Yeah, and he's 40.
Yeah.
So he should have known better.
Well, apparently not all older people are.
It's dangerous. Don't fish.
He's a different breed in a different way. So.
That's a here's your sign in Egypt.
Yeah, no joke. Golly. PETA's so mad right now, too. They're like, if only we had operatives in Egypt. Joe Biden's like, I'm from Scranton. So, Connor gave me the look like that didn't even make sense. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of the point.
Apparently this just in, he actually voted in Georgia.
And in Michigan. Turns out he got a ballot in Pennsylvania as well. I heard a really, we were talking about this earlier, and I've debated on whether or not I want to bring it today or not, but I'll tease it a little bit. We'll talk about it next segment. I sent it out to the team last night. I don't know who took the time to watch it or listen to it.
I did.
There's an incredible interview that took place yesterday or day before yesterday with the attorney that represented what was the young man's name, Connor, that wore the MAGA hat and was it? Yeah. So he was Nick Sandmann's attorney, and now he is the attorney for the dude in Michigan, maybe or no, it was Wisconsin that shot Rittenhour,
yes.
Kyle Rittenhour or something like that. The guy that killed two people. Yeah, Rittenhouse, there is. So he's his attorney as well. This guy is a high-powered attorney. He actually resides in Georgia, and he has filed a lawsuit in the state of Georgia against the state's attorney general that is actually, if you'll go and look, because I went and looked it up and read some of the legal, I think it's got the most teeth of any lawsuit that's been filed. Ted Cruz, the podcast we heard from last week, said that his recommendation was to the president was bring in high-powered litigators. Like, do not do this with Rudy Giuliani. Go get a hardcore litigator. Go get Sidney Powell. Go get this, and I forgot his name. I'll pull it up before the next break. Well, Trump has done that, and this lawsuit, I'll explain it a little bit to you, but it doesn't hinge on, quote, voter fraud. And that's the uniqueness of it. I think Georgia gets tossed out. I think the entire election in Georgia gets tossed out by ultimately the Supreme Court. I'll tell you why when we come back. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
Another coronavirus vaccine a step closer to becoming reality. Scientists at Oxford University say the results of their phase 2 trial shows few side effects and is as effective for older people as it is for younger people. The first to get it, those on the front lines.
There are healthcare workers who are at risk of exposure to the virus and therefore at risk of disease.
Oxford professor Andrew Pollard. 250,000 Americans have died from COVID-19 and hospitalizations are at record numbers in 19 states.
In Minnesota, the Mayo Clinic reports nearly 900 of its workers have tested positive in the past 2 weeks. In Wyoming, where there's no mask mandate, the positivity rate now tops 90%. And in Ohio, more than 6,000 new cases were reported on Wednesday alone.
ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi. Georgia's election officials are expected to release a report today on the hand tally they did of the presidential election. The results are not expected to change. Georgia has until Friday to certify the results. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Gotcha covered screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at gotchacoveredathens.com.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
Well, today we have distressing news from south of the border. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador is asking for compassion and understanding. He had to make a very tough decision because of heavy rains. Now, this grueling decision was where to open the floodgates. If he opened them in one direction, the city of Villahermosa would be inundated. If he opened them in another direction, indigenous people, poverty-stricken indigenous Mexicans would be flooded. Now, this should have been an easy choice for El Presidente Obrador. He campaigned the slogan, come first. But liberal politicians everywhere have one thing in common. Slogans come easy, talk is cheap. Therefore, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador opened the floodgates on the poor. The poverty-stricken indigenous people were flooded, so the rich city dwellers in Villahermosa would be spared. President Obrador says that opening floodgates on the poor indigenous people hurt him a lot, but that it has to be done. Now, we don't know how many indigenous people lost the few possessions that they had. We don't know if any lives were lost because the drive-by media reports don't bother to mention what happened to the poor indigenous people of Mexico because their lives apparently don't matter. But we do know that President Obrador is hurting, and we're supposed to feel compassion and sorrow for him. This holiday season may feature more merriment with your devices than ever before as you stay connected with family and friends. That's before you take on all that online holiday shopping. All that online activity can mean more chances of exposing your personal information to bad guys. Now, before all that online shopping and communication takes place, make sure your online identity is protected. Don't spend the holidays without identity theft protection from LifeLock. It monitors for uses of your personal information without your permission. If you have a problem with identity theft, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can help you feel safer this holiday season and all year long. 25% first year at LifeLock.com using the promo code. That's LifeLock.com, promo code.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Oh, well, no.
The coronavirus made your life less financially stable. Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investment company ready to buy your house for cash in any condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at rei.org. Reed's creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
WVNN.
Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. We are excited that you're with us today. We're so thankful for each and every one of you. We couldn't do it without you, and you guys are really, you're the wind beneath my wings. How you like it, Andy?
It was great, Zach.
I think so too. Thank you. Let me tell you guys about MyPillow. Okay. You guys know how much we love MyPillow, right? I mean, Connor loves MyPillow. What?
I do love MyPillow.
The sheets are, I didn't get enough of the sheets, I'll be honest with you. I just can't get enough of the sheets. The pillows are great. I've been sleeping on the pillows for years. When these products came out, they were a little expensive. You know why? Because they're freaking revolutionary. And when you come out with a product that's revolutionary, you charge for it. And so the normal price on these is about $70 on a premium pillow right now for a limited time. $29.98. That's right. $4 off regular price of the queen size premium MyPillow limit on this offer. King size only $5 more. Use promo code BEARD at MyPillow.com. Be sure to click on radio listener special. Don't go flat. You can wash and dry them as many times you want. They're made in the USA. Now's the time to buy it. If you've been thinking about it, if you've been listening to me drone on and on and on about the best pillow in the world, and you're like, well, yeah, but maybe for Christmas or whatever, now's the time. Literally, they've never been this cheap. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code BEARD, click on radio listener special, $29.98 for queen size MyPillow. Buy now, and Mike will extend his 60-day guarantee to March 1st. Of 2021. This Joker until March 1st, and if you don't like it, you send it back. Okay. So again, MyPillow.com, promo code BEARD. That'll get you a deep discount on all MyPillow products, including Giza Dream Sheets, MyPillow mattress topper, and MyPillow towel sets. Use promo code BEARD at checkout. Okay. Let's quickly go to the phones. We've got Daryl on line 4. Daryl. On.
I heard a guy call in since 1976. The Republicans controlled the state of Alabama.
86.
And he said, excuse me?
He said 86, not 76.
Okay, since 86. Okay, I was close. But anyway, what baffles me is that since 1986, things haven't gotten any better in the state of Alabama. I just looked up some stats. Alabama's 46th in healthcare, 50th in education, 45th in the economy, 38th in infrastructure.
Number 1 in college football, which is all we care about here in this state, sir. Thank you.
So let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Okay, then you elect a senator, don't even know the 3 branches of government.
But he won a national championship. See, it all works.
How does that help? How does that help the people? How does that help people in Alabama?
Well, you're missing the boat a little bit in terms of, well, one, I would love to know, and again, I think if you listen to the show honestly, then you know that I find myself willing to have a conversation with anybody, regardless of where they land, and I'm not out here trying to fight. There's this country. I signed up to defend this country so that you had the right to think what you think, and I can think what I think, and so we're both on an equal playing field. Yeah. So thank you for your service. We're on an equal playing field. Thank you for your call. We're gonna Leslie. You can live. Absolutely. So we're going to let you listen as I respond, and then we got to jump into the subject. But thank you for the call, Daryl, so much. I appreciate it. So here's where I think Daryl missed the boat a little bit, and I would open a longer dialogue, but we only have a little. We can circle back, maybe have Daryl back at another day and do a conversation, because he seems like a very reasonable person that is willing to have a conversation. Here's where I think Daryl missed the boat. One, the stats, I would be curious to fact check those in the same way we make ourselves fact check. You can make numbers look any way you want, and you can get biased numbers from any source. So I would like to see where those numbers came from. Two, Tommy Tuberville is a product of Doug Jones. What happened when Doug Jones went into office was Doug Jones did not make decisions that reflected the people of Alabama and what they wanted. They wanted Amy Coney Barrett. They wanted a no on impeachment. They wanted their elected representative to reflect what they wanted, their views. The state of Alabama as a whole. Tommy Tuberville, he may not know the three branches of government, which I think has been well overblown. I know Tommy Tuberville. I've talked to him many times on, not on this show, on my podcast, and know the head of his campaign very, very well. And Tommy Tuberville is an incredibly smart guy. He's by no means the Raymond Noose, as we would say. But I think where you're in the boat is really it's. I don't know that I would argue with you in terms of how did it make us better or how did it make us worse, because I don't know those statistics, and I would refrain from commenting on those statistics until I was able to do a little research. But what I would say at the highest level, Daryl, is we as a state wanted someone in our elected position that reflected our views, and we got Tommy Tuberville because really it goes all the way back to Roy Moore. If the Republican Party would have given us a better candidate, we would have never had to in the first place. They didn't, and that just shows you that the state of Alabama has some level of ability to go in a different direction if you don't provide them with quality candidates. Because for the love of God, I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Roy Moore was terrible. Like on a scale of 0 to Roy Moore, I mean, I'd rather have a Biden, honestly, than I would a Roy Moore. But
I mean, he wasn't chosen in the back room; he was elected in the primary.
But there were a lot of things that were unknown about him that I think people that came out. So I think that making those decisions and putting up candidates, the Republican Party officials probably knew there's baggage and probably thought they could keep it under wraps. And so I at all times because they do an extensive vetting process on candidates before they let them get all the way to the people. So anyways, Daryl, I'd love to conversate on that a little bit more, but I'm not going to argue with you on what it's done or not done for the state, because I would like to see those numbers myself. But like I said, it's going to reflect the people of Alabama. The people of Alabama wanted someone who was going to, like I said, confirm Comey Barrett, not vote for the impeachment. I mean, and that didn't happen. So we've got a clip here from the interview I was talking about. So to set this up, this is L. Lynn Wood. He was for Richard Jewell, the Centennial Park bomber that was accused, who did not do it. He has been for the, well, I'm not going to say the word, but for the ones that can't. I mean, he's an incredible attorney. He doesn't lose much, it appears. This is him on an interview with radio. Go ahead.
I mean, there's still time, but we're coming up to the dates of the voter verification deadline start at about 9 days from now, and as you know, it's so hard to prove ballot fraud, especially when they've been mingling they've been mingling the bad ballots with the good ballots to make it impossible for the law-abiding part of the population to do anything about this. Why are you confident? What leads you to think we're going to win?
I believe in we the people. This was a well-planned, probably almost for 2 decades, attack to overthrow our government. Was it well done in the sense of trying to hide the fraud? Sure. But it was too massive. Donald Trump surprised even the enemy by the wide margins in which he won in the key states they had targeted to steal. So in the middle of the night, they started having to produce tens of thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands, of fake paper ballots. They had set that up with COVID. So will this be resolved? Necessarily has to be resolved. That Joe Biden is those were fraudulent. He tried to steal this election and he failed. So the people of this country
we hadn't failed yet.
Will actually do what the people in this country are to do. The people will decide who the next president of the United States will be. It will be confirmed by the courts in terms of the reality of the fraud. But between now and when all these deadlines come to pass, the evidence that will be put out over time will convince any fair-minded and objective American, even many who did not support Trump, that there was a concerted movement in our freedom process. The record will show that people in this country, these people are despicable, they're criminals, and forward confident there will be no more corruption in the White House. Donald Trump's going to bring the swamp. Stay tuned.
Wait, now, are you working in a specific state or just working on the overall strategy?
We are being...
Okay. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Listen to Hometown Harvey, Boomer and the Beard. We'll be back shortly. Don't you think about.
You're listening to Home Heartbeat.
In-home cabinets are an part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a custom kitchen or some of our RTA lines, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value, hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the all you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design call today with Cabinet 56-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Hello, I'm Mike, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillow, I would flip-flop all night long. I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the pillow to give you the exact support you need regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you in that deep sleep faster and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much you spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Buy one MyPillow, get one pillow free. Call 800-889-718 or go to mypillow.com. Click on radio specials and use code BEARD at checkout.
Oh, the world is full of wonders to amaze you as you roam. Some of life's greatest treasures are found very close to home.
Find your own treasures at Highway 31 Flea Market. We have it all. Lots of furniture, both painted and project pieces, along with chairs, tables, televisions, and so much more. Our prices are unbeatable with products you'll love. Maybe you're looking for a bed frame or maybe some tools. You'll find a great selection right here at Highway 31. We also have all kinds of collectibles and want even more deals? You can jump on board with our week-long online auctions, beginning every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's simple. You can join the auction at fleamarket.hibid.com. fleamarket.hibid.com. And be sure to visit us Monday through Saturday from 9 till 5 at Highway 31 Flea Market on Highway 31 South in Athens. What will you find when you shop Highway 31 Flea Market?
News 70 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat. I stuttered my show this morning. I'm sorry about that, folks. English is hard. I'll tell you about Dr. Lane Chiropractic. Lane Chiropractic is the only chiropractor trust here at this show, and I'll tell you why. Dr. Lang is the man when it comes to actually fixing your problem and not just treating your symptom. He's not a pain management. Fix the underlying problem so that you don't need to come and see him every week. It's crazy. He wants to work his out of a job because he has honesty and integrity and all the things you should want in a chiropractor. Give Dr. Lang a call today, 256-444-1600. And remember, Dr. Lang has your back. Okay, so we were just listening to the L. Linwood interview. And so I'm very clear about something. I don't agree with everything he's saying because I don't have evidence that he says he has. If he produces said evidence, then I will by all means, and I think everyone here, if these people can produce the evidence they claim they have, and it's verifiable and it's real, we will all stand up on this desk and scream from the rooftops, we can't have this. Does anybody disagree with that?
It's about to be exposed. We just have to give it a little bit more time. Sidney Powell is about to rock the house. So time before
how hard it is, right? Because
I do, but at the same time, I have seen little bits and pieces of, and I have done fact checking like you have taught us to do, and the things that I'm seeing, the proof that I'm seeing, and the little pieces that they're giving out, it's lining up with everything. So I'm just saying, just be on the watch when they say that Sidney Powell is coming forward and she's going to bring this stuff to the table. It's going to be rocking the world.
Yeah, I was talking to some people yesterday, and I think this is the thing that's so hard for me, and I want to always have open eyes as well. It's just there's so many, like, it's this side, your side, my side. This is right, this is wrong, this is where I got this information, this is where I got this information. It's so confusing sometimes because you're like, well, I want to believe something if it's true, right? If something comes out, you want to say, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But then you flip one side and it goes to the other side, and all of a sudden the next thing you know, it's like, hey, we went to the moon. No, we didn't. We went to Mars. I mean, it's totally different, and both sides feel completely righteous and true, and that's where I think it becomes hard. And I think that's what you're trying to say is we just can't jump to it, to verify it, do our best to verify it, and sometimes we may not even be able to verify it. I mean, it's...
No, exactly. And so we don't have much time left. I want to dive into this. The lawsuit that I think has more teeth than anything else. I think Connor was just looking at the same story I am, whatever it is. You know what I meant. A well-known Atlanta-based attorney filed a lawsuit based on the statute that let's see, I just had it in front of me. It basically, the free and fair election stuff, like they have to. Connor, were you looking at the same thing I'm looking at?
My article's on the third.
Yeah, mine's not. Here you go. In settling a lawsuit with the Democratic Party, he got Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State for the DNC, got sued by the DNC. They settled by getting to this point where he made these, quote, unconstitutional changes to election policy, and then Lynn Wood basically suggests that he oversteps his bounds and is unconstitutional under Georgia state law, particularly in regard to signature matching, which is something that they have to have per Georgia state law. So basically, constitutionally, the he cannot just make that change on his own. And then his quote is, I filed a lawsuit today in federal court in Atlanta to establish that March 6, 2020, my birthday, consent agreement by the Georgia State Secretary should be rendered unlawful. I am right under the established law. And so I did a little digging. I think he is right under established law. He's got precedent, all that, but does it matter? We won't know. We're going to try to find out. We'll see. But that's where that's at. We've got some calls coming in. 866-494-WVNN, 866-494-9866, Old 18 hotline, old18.com. Richard on line 3. Bring it in here, buddy.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. First of all, I want to say that with all this conspiracy stuff going on, we sound just like the Democrats did in the 2016 election with Russia. You know, hey, just give us a little bit more time. We have the evidence. Sounds just like it. And second of all this is doing is turning off. It's not mobilizing any of the people. Even if this came out to be true, it's not really mobilizing people to stand up for it. It's turning people off.
So I would wholeheartedly disagree with both of your claims, 100%. I'll tell you why.
Really?
One, we don't sound like 2016 because there is significant evidence. I mean, look, Ray Charles can see there were some significant issues in states that really mattered. There's video evidence of things that happened that are crazy. We had poll watchers denied access that they're constitutionally granted to watch ballot counting. We've had hundreds of dead people cast votes in elections that are less than 10,000 votes separating the two. So I think it's very different than that. And then just so you know, a new poll came out this morning. I'm sitting here looking at it on, of all places, CNN, that said 78% of Republicans agree that Biden stole the election via fraud and want to see want to, and it's just moved, but want to see the system be changed. So I appreciate your call, Richard. I really do. But I would say that this is absolutely, for any American that loves this country, that loves the system, you have to take a moment to say, wait a minute, what if? And this is not a Trump thing for me. I know what you're talking about, Richard. I know there's some Trump for lifers out there, buddy, that are just acting crazy and just you can't get them off of it. And I get it; those guys are nuts. But what do we say on the show? Call your nuts. But what I want to say is this: it's not about Trump for me. It's about democracy. It's about making sure we're able to host free and fair elections without the interference of. Look, we cannot use electronic vote counting systems that are not more secure than what we used at Dominion. What do you got, Boo?
Well, the difference is I'm going to watch this, me personally, let it play out. If they say it's not true and it's invalid, I will stand behind it. The difference in 2016, they proved that Russia thing was crazy, and Democrats still say we still believe in Russia. There's the difference.
And if you think for 1 second, that Joe Biden would not have used every available challenge under the law to question these results, if it would have gone the other way, you're a lunatic. Of course he would have.
And something else that Richard said was that, we're sounding like it's conspiracy left and right. It's only conspiracy when you don't have something to back it up. And we have things to back this up. We have things to back up what is being said. So, no, it's not necessarily a conspiracy. There are legitimate things that are being shown. So,
well, and again, I would probably not be all the way to the evidence to where you're at. I've not seen. My big thing is, and here I'll tell you why you're not seeing evidence. Because if they put this evidence out before the court of public opinion, they're going to be crucified. This evidence will only come out in a court of law. It's the only shot they have, if they have any real evidence whatsoever. Because if you let anyone from the media have access to this, quote, evidence they have, it'll be dismantled before they ever step into court.
Exactly, and that's what Sidney Powell has said.
Yeah, and that's so. I mean, we got phone calls coming in now. You guys, 866-494-9866. We have less than a minute left, so you're going to have to hurry. But it's just insane. Why don't you just put somebody on there, Sandee? Just put somebody on the line. Answer it straight. Hello. Welcome into Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. Are you there? Nope, not there. Okay. We tried to go.
Who, me?
Yeah, there it is. There he is. What's going on, buddy?
Hey. All right. Hey, listen, I wanted to finish my point, actually. My point is, I don't disagree that there's been some fraud, and I don't disagree at the fact that, if there's enough to overthrow it, I'm on board with either way, whatever it goes. I'm just saying we've got to battle the media, and the media is going to paint it horribly for anybody who's looking for any kind of conspiracy. You know that.
No,
and that's the biggest battle. And like I said, that's the part that's going to turn off so many people. It's going to mobilize the radicals or the people that are extremely passionate, and that's it. That's all it's going to do. And think about this: if that election gets overthrown, and Joe Biden is not legally elected and Donald Trump wins the election, these will burn.
Pandemonium will ensue. Thank you, Richard, for your call. This has been the Thursday morning edition of Boomer and the Beard. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have a great day.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 7 o'clock. News starts now.